Okay, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing an easy little simple look. That was my moisturizer, my Embryo Elise moisturizer. And then I'm going to use my La Mercier setting powder. It's translucent. I'm going to set my moisturizer, which I've already done. I've already done all of this. I'm just showing you what I did. I didn't record that part. Okay. But this is that little trick that's been happening on TikTok where you do your moisturizer and then you set it with a powder and then you put on your primer and you spray your face with your setting spray and then you let that dry and then you put your foundation or whatever on and you get this super, super smooth, beautiful, flawless look. Anyways, this is my favorite foundation, the NARS, the Longwear foundation, and the color Caracas. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I never do. Whatever. This is my foundation brush. It's my Makeup Forever brush. I used it in a lot of my videos. It's really, really good for applying foundation. And you'll see here, literally like butter going on the skin. So I'm just working that into the skin, making sure I'm all flawless. And literally, like, this foundation gives me such a beautiful finish. I don't use a lot. I'm not a huge, overuser on foundation. And this one I maybe use like maybe 3 pumps. Super, super good. Love it. Gives you a hydrating, radiant look without looking super oily. Okay. Finally done with applying my foundation. I'm going to apply my concealer. This is in the color Deep, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Love this concealer. I have used so many of those, so I can't say this is like my ultimate favorite concealer. Maybe I'll do a video on like my favorite concealers. This is like in my top 5 for sure. Depending on how my skin is feeling, sometimes this one is a little too drying for me, and I'll end up going to the Juvia's Place, something a little bit more hydrating. So yeah, so I drew this little like cute little shape on my face. I'm sure you see this in everybody's videos. I just blend it on out with a beauty blender. And of course my beauty blender is moist. It's not wet. It's just slightly damp with a little bit of setting spray. I didn't show that part, but that's what I do every single time. Just blend this on out until we get our desired look that we're going for, because we don't want to be patchy. We want to make sure everything is perfecto, because who wants to have like patchy skin? No one. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of my setting powder, the La Mercier. I've showed it to you earlier. And I'm just gonna set those areas that I put concealer. Just those areas alone. Usually I'll use a different powder to set the rest of my face. I'll never use this powder on other parts of my face. I just haven't like that. I used to use it underneath, like cutting the not cutting the crease, like to define my jawline after I contour it. But I'm hit and miss with that. I do that sometimes, not all the time. So I just blend this on out until I get the desired look that I want. And then I move on to my contour. Okay, I'm adding more powder. I always get my smile lines. I always get my smile lines because that's always the first thing to crease on me. My smile lines and underneath my eyes. I cannot really help underneath my eyes. I have little creases under my eyes. I don't know. People tell you, oh, your concealer won't crease. This is a creaseless concealer. No, if you have lines under your eyes, your concealer will crease. I don't care what you say. That's just me. Anyways, I'm using my True Contour palette. This is by Black Radiance. I use this palette all the time. I need a new one because it's a big gaping hole in the middle of it. But it's like literally the perfect shade of brown for me. I'm using my Lancome dual-ended brush. I love this for contouring my face. I'll put the type of brush it is in the description box below. I worked for Lancome for about 3 or 4 years, so I didn't buy this brush, but it was given to me. This brush was, I think, runs around like $32, something like that. Get it from Dillard's, Belk. I think Ulta carries some brushes. I'm really, really not sure. Don't quote me on that. And I'll put the price of the brush here as well. I don't really contour my nose because my nose is already extremely small. So I'll usually just run the bronzer along my nose, but I'll never just direct powder towards my nose. Get that chin, that double chin, girl, because I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight. And until I get there, I'm going to contour it away, okay? Make sure these cheeks are chiseled. We all love a chiseled cheekbone. Look at that. Ooh, yes. Okay, so I'm using my Lancome highlighter in Radiant Gold. I love this one as well. A lot of my products are Lancome's because it's free. I'm using my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray and my fan brush. Just started using this brush again. I found it in one of my bags while cleaning my closet, and I was like, oh yes, look at that highlight. I'm telling you, I forgot how good a fan brush puts on some highlight, honey. So freaking beautiful. Love it. So this is like my go-to highlighter. I was using Gold Deposit by MAC, but for some reason, I just always come back to this one. I love Lancome's highlighters. They have some great liquid ones too. So it's just your preference. Some people use liquid and then put down a powder. I used to do that as well. But if you can skip a few steps, we'll skip a few steps, okay? And this is the everyday look. So we're not going too dramatic. We'll probably go bold in the lip or something, but not too much on the eyes. Okay, take some more of my continuous setting spray just to mist my whole face up, get real nice and wet. And this is just going to help set the skin, make the skin look really, really healthy and glowy because I love a glowy face. I don't like to look too cakey where you can see the powder sitting on top of the skin. So when you spray your face with the mist, it kind of just lets everything sink into the skin. It also sets it so it lasts all day long. Okay, now we're going to do my eyebrows. And like always in my videos, I use my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. I'm just going to brush my brows out. Make sure they're all going in the same direction. And then I'm going to fill them in with my dip brow. This is in the color chocolate. It's a really, really good dip brow. This dip brow is waterproof, so it also is going to keep your brows on all day long. I mean, I never have an issue with my brows coming off. And I'm going to use an angled brush from Sigma. And you can see there what the number is on the brush. And I'm just going to fill my brows in. It's the same. If you want to see how I do my brows, I have a detailed video just for that. So you can go, I'll link it in the description box below. So you can go and watch how I get my sculpted brows. I also did this, I was doing this makeup for a TikTok look. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, girl, you can. I do a lot of cute little makeup videos on TikTok because who's not obsessed with TikTok right now and, this pandemic and this coronavirus and whatnot. So catch me on the TikTok, where you can get some cute little videos, whatever. I was transforming. It took me a million years to do my hair. So I was like, let me go do my hair, which took like 4 hours. And then I spent maybe 20 minutes on my makeup. So yeah. TikTok was life, and it took me a little while, but I got it done. I love TikTok though. Like, it just really occupies my time when I get bored. So, and I wasn't liking the way it was looking with the dip brow. I don't know, for some reason, this technique, I was outlining it with my dip brow, and then I was filling the rest in with my Brow Wiz pencil. I don't know, y'all. Like, I go with the flow. Like, whatever I feel like is working best for me. This gave me a super, super nice, natural brow look. So I was feeling it. Isn't my Frozen t-shirt cute? Love this t-shirt. Anyways, I use my same concealer I use under the eyes, underneath my eyebrows. This is in the color Deep, just to give that sculpted brow look. And I'm going to use a flat concealer brush. This is a dual-ended long comb brush. I used one end. One end is an angle brush that you can use to fill in your brows or put on eyeliner, and the other end you can use to apply concealer under the eyes, or like I'm doing for underneath the brows. It just gives you a precise line, so you don't have to like put too much product on. It doesn't take product away, which is another reason why I love this brush. And if you hear me breathing hard in the mic, it's because I'm using my headphones to do this, and it may be catching all my breathing. Okay, so don't be alarmed. I'm just perfecting the brow. I do that for some reason. I go back and forth, just to get my desired shape. One brow is higher than the other, so and I've accepted that. So it is what it is. And I only have one contact in, so one eye is lazy. It's so freaking weird because I always knew I had a lazy eye, but now that I only have one contact in one eye, as you can see, if you really like just stare at me in the video, you can see that one eye is lower than the other. It drives me absolutely insane, but it is what it is. Same concealer, put it on the eyelids. I use concealer as my primer. I just blend that out. I never usually use eyelid primer for my eyes. I always use a concealer. I always have. I always just blend it on out and then just use a loose powder to set that. I'm just blending out the loose powder onto my lid just to set everything, just so it won't crease on the lid, because I do have fine lines on my eyelid. So if I don't set it, the eyeshadow will crease badly. So this method works for me. Do whatever you feel works for you. I just love the concealer and loose powder trick for me. I don't need to spend $30 on an eyelid primer. I just don't. Never have. So that's my preference. Do what you feel makes you happy. Okay, so we're going to use a Chocolates palette by Juvia's Place. Trying to get it to focus. Okay, we're going to use a couple colors out of here. We're going to use that warm hot cocoa shade and that orange like peach shade. And we're just going to grab a brush. And this is a blending brush. I believe this is a Sigma brush. This came in a kit I got from Ulta. It's like a gold edition or something. Not really sure. I've had it a long time. And I'm using that peach shade. This is just going to be that transition shade. So every other shade is going to fall in line with this one. So I'm just blending, blending, blending until I get my desired look. And I'm just going anywhere with this. It's not really placed in any specific spot. I'm just blending where I feel like that color is needed. It's not directly in the crease. It's a little bit above. And then I go up with that hot cocoa shade and a smaller tapered brush. And I think I got this brush from my Pretty Little Things. Again, I've had this brush for forever, ever, ever, never. So I don't know exactly what the name of this brush is. But I'm just placing this in a crease and kind of blowing it out a little bit. So I'll go in the crease and a little bit above the crease as well, just to warm the eyelid up a bit. And I'm putting it like kind of a little bit below as well, kind of giving it that V shape. And I'm going to do that for this eye and the next eye, of course. So there's no specific way to put this color on. I'm just slapping it on there, okay? I'm just going back and just making sure everything is blended out and I have the desired colors that I want. Make sure it's just, dark enough on the edges. And just going back with nothing on a clean brush and just blending out the edges, making sure there aren't any harsh lines and that we're all blended because we want to be blended. We stay together. Who else loves that movie? I love that movie. Okay, so now we're going to take forever in a day to figure out what we're going to do. That's what I do. I take forever in a day to pick something. Okay, so we're going to take the Nudes palette, also by Juvia's Place. We're going to go into that really pretty gold on the end. We're going to grab a packing brush. Something that's going to pack on color. Sprayed it with a little bit of my mist, just to make the colors really, really pop. You see how that when it went on, it just really gave you a metallic look. That's what I was going for. It's a really, really beautiful gold. And it blends in perfectly with this warm cocoa shade that we put on. This is kind of like a soft cut crease. I didn't go in and like cut my crease or anything before I put this color on. I just went ahead and just put it on over what I already had, or over the concealer I already had on. So it still gave me a beautiful, vibrant gold. I'm just going to do the same thing for the other side. So you can tell it's kind of a cut crease, but it's not as harsh as if I would have cut it with concealer first. So I'm just keep patting that on, trying to get the desired look I'm going for. You may see my lazy eye showing out. Driving me nuts. Okay, so that's what we've gotten so far. And I'm just going to go back to the other eye just to make sure that it matches perfectly. Then I'm going to go back into the chocolate shade that's in the Chocolates palette. And I'm going to find a brush. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of that hot cocoa shade and I'm kind of joining the chocolate with the gold. So I'm kind of like marrying those two like right in between to get a smooth transition because we won't want any like harsh colors from the gold to the brown. Okay, so we're just going to take a brush. It has nothing on it, just making sure everything is blended. No harsh lines. Just packing a little bit more of that chocolate shade on the outside just to deepen the crease a little bit more, make it more smoky. Even though the eye is still a little neutral, we're giving it some nighttime vibes. Doing the same thing for this eye, nothing special. Just doing the same thing that you saw me do on the other eye. Okay, so I'm using my Maybelline liner in Black is Black. I have a pencil brush and I'm just going to apply the liner to my waterline. I'm not going to wing it out. I'm just going to make sure the lash band is covered up with this liner. Y'all know exactly what I'm doing here, so I'm just going to speed through to the next part. Okay, so I'm going to go with that same hot cocoa shade that I used on the top for a transition. And I'm just going to put that on my bottom lower waterline. It just completes the look. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But I absolutely love when you complete the bottom waterline with a color that complements the the lid, whatever color you put on the lid. So I do recommend it highly, but like I said, do what you feel you love best. But this is really, really cute. It just completes everything like that. So now I'm going to put my lashes on, and of course I'm using my ICU Lash Lounge lashes. I believe these are in the style Rapid Response. That's like my favorite lash to wear. I'm gonna put probably up here to the right or the left somewhere where you can go and get your lashes. They're super, super good. I've been wearing these probably about a month and some change, probably about a month and a half. Love these lashes. So I'm just putting some glue, some duo glue on them. Same glue I always use. Then I'm gonna let it get slightly tacky, and then I'll apply it. And also, if you need to trim your lashes, you can do that. Some people lashes may be too big, so they'll trim them up and then put them on. I have a detailed video on how I do that as well. I'm going back and touching up my brow because that's just what I do. If I see something I don't like, I go back and try to fix it. Okay, I feel like I'm satisfied. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the lash. Trying to get the glue out. Technical difficulties. And I have a video on how I apply lashes. So if you want to see that, you can just hop on over to one of my older videos, and it'll show you how I apply lashes. It's not super hard. It's something easy to do. So we're gonna go ahead and fast forward through this part. Okay, now that my lashes are on, we're going to put a little bit of mascara on them. I always do this. I'll put a little mascara, not all the way to the tip of the lash, to the extension, I mean, but I just put them on my natural lashes. So right there at the root, I'll just put some mascara. And also do my bottoms. I need something to help my bottom lashes grow a little longer. If you guys know some products to use to help grow my bottom lashes, let me know. Because they used to be a lot fuller. I don't know what happened. I never wear extensions on the bottom, so I need to get back to where I used to be. Just checking it out, making sure this full like I like it. Okay, so we're done with that. And we're going to move on to curling them. I always curl them after I put mascara on them, just to make sure my lash and the extension kind of join together. Like so, like that. Have y'all been watching that lady on TikTok? She has such a soothing voice, and she cooks. I think her name is Tabitha. And she says, you know, when she cooks something, she was like, put that on there like so, like that. Because that's your business. So I do it like that because that's my business. And here I'm just blending, y'all. I'm just making sure everything is blended like it should be. Now that I'm looking at this video, I feel like I needed a little bit more gold on one of my eyes. But it is what it is, girl. You know, this is quarantine makeup, okay? It is what it is. Actually, I did this video a little bit before quarantine. I just now getting to editing it and doing a voiceover. So, yeah, I'm being real with y'all. You know, I've been super lazy. And I'm finally like, let's get these videos out here, okay? But I really do hope y'all enjoying the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your girl. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see more videos, you want to see them more often, just let me know. The more subscribers, the more love I get, the more videos you guys will get. And I post a lot on my Instagram, and I'm always on my Snapchat, and I'm on my Facebook. So at the end of the video, I'll put where you can go and follow me on those platforms because I love y'all. So if you love me, I love you back. Okay? Okay, so of course, I'm just playing with the eyes, just making sure that they match. And now that I'm done, I'm gonna spray my face, drench yourself in your setting, Miss Honey. You know what I'm saying? Delete all the kickiness. And I always just go and pat with my beauty blender just to make sure everything is blended perfectly. Nobody wants a cakey face. Okay, so we're gonna do our lipstick now. I'm using my NYX lip pencil in Mason, I believe. Moonwalk. Sorry, y'all. It's been a while since I recorded this video, so I'm like not learning with y'all, but I'm trying to figure out what products I use because I did this video a long time ago. But I'm just lining the lips just to get my desired shape that I want. I have a small top lip, so usually I overdraw it slightly because I want more fullness, like my bottom lip. So I'm just gonna put my liner on. Okay, so I'm going to use my NYX Lingerie lipstick. And I believe that this color is in the color, or is this my Kylie lipstick? Okay, yeah, so this is my Kylie lipstick, and this is in the color Basic. This is her Velvet Matte lipsticks, which is I have been loving lately. Okay, I lied. This is a ColourPop lipstick in Kapow. I'm telling you, once I started like looking at the video, I was like, hold on, that's not the Kylie lipstick. Okay, now this is my NYX Lingerie lip stick in the color. Okay, y'all, work with me. Okay, in the color 06. And I just kind of wiped off a little bit in the center of the lip and then placed that color in the middle just to give me that nude look that works good for my skin tone. And then I looked at it and I was like, I don't like it. So I changed it because I'm that complicated playing with my hair. So I went and changed the lip color to red, and I'll insert a picture on towards the end. Okay, so this is when I switched to the Rihanna red lip Fenty lip paint. Absolutely loved it. It looked so much better with the look. But I thank you guys for coming back and watching my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, and you'll see more looks on there. So I love y'all. I won't stay away too long next time, but y'all have a good rest of your days. Bye.